Hello guys, this is Sapphire Yagami with a review of Rain, episode 5, titled Chill in the Air. So, in this episode, boy, let's just say it got real interesting in this episode, don't you just love the scandal of the royals. In the hopes of ousting Mary, Queen Catherine arranges for Francis' former lover, Olivia, to return to court and profess her feelings for Francis. Again, the Queen is still trying to prevent Mary, Queen of Scots, from marrying the Dauphin of France. So when Francis refuses to send Olivia away, Mary vents her frustrations to Bash, and the two kiss secretly, that is witnessed by Francis. Now the situation with Francis and Olivia, that Mary really should expect, given the fact Francis is a male. Because you gotta remember, because a lot of people look at this, and I've seen some comments like people like, oh my God, why would Francis do that to her, and blah 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 blah. I'm like, do you guys understand the time frame in which Mary is in? It is what the show starts off 1557. I think that's the year it starts off 1557. Yeah, it's 1557 France. It's the year we started in of France. Times for women and how men and women acted back then, especially when you were royals, is completely different. What Mary did when she kissed Bas, the bastard child of France, would be seen as adultery and is not allowed. She cannot do that because why? She is a female and she is Francis's betrothed. She can't be kissing on other men. Now Francis, he could go and sleep with as many females as he wants. Her ladies are waiting, and he is allowed to have an official mistress, just like his father, King Henry. Men can have the wife and they can have the official mistress. How you think Bash got up in here? Okay. Now, granted, at this time frame, women, obviously, they kind of, see, this is the thing with women and sex. Is women, when it comes to sex, for women and sex becomes a little bit more emotional. It's more of emotional when they have sex, especially when it's your first time. Woo! Some of these is and still works, and some of that it still goes till today. A lot of girls, the idea of your virginity, when it comes to the idea of your virginity. I know I'm kind of going off topic from the episode, but this all kind of ties in because I'm talking about themes that's going on within Rain. Because lots of it hasn't changed from today when you think about it. When you look at the context and how relationships are between men and women today, they really haven't changed much since these times, since 1557 and beyond. They really haven't changed, especially when it comes to a woman's virginity. Granted, you got a lot of women nowadays, that are non-virgins, are marrying and whatnot and blah blah blah, but personally, a lot of women don't think that their worth should be valued by the fact that they're virgins, and I agree with them. But does that mean you should be opening up your legs to any man that says, "Hey, baby, you hot," or "Hey, baby, oh, hey, girl, you're beautiful," and then you have sex with them, and the next thing you know, you end up pregnant, and guess what? He's off to college while you having to deal with the freaking baby. Or you get with a guy who is really doesn't want you, and you keep trying to get him to stay, and he doesn't want you. It's not what he signed up for. It's like ridiculous. It's like, know your worth. I'm not saying your worth has to be valued by if you're a virgin or not, but as a woman, you should know your worth, that you're not just some $2 hoe. You know what I'm saying? That a man can just run through. Okay, keep your legs closed and have more to sell than just your beauty. Okay, because your beauty can only go so far. Okay, especially if you're looking for a husband potential. Because at the end of the day, as men and women, granted, okay, we cannot always go on our basic animal instincts, which is to procreate and hump like freaking fucking rabbits. Okay, it's not good. At the end of the day, if you want a good husband, find a man who has a good job, who has good moral values, somebody you could bring home to daddy if you're a Christian woman, a Christian man, or an atheist. An atheist. You don't have to actually be a person with a religious background to have good morals. Because I have friends who are atheists. They have good morals, and good morals is just simple things. Have respect. Have respect for your elders. This just simple things like that. Respect people overall. Have honesty and blah blah. Just simple things like that. You really don't have to be a religious person to have that. But if you're a Christian woman, if your preference is date a Christian man, don't go to talk about, hey, mom, I'm bringing home Satanist or Luciferianism or Thelmic person with Thelmic religion. Y'all is not gonna work. That's not gonna work, especially within certain religions. That you have certain things going on, and same thing with men. Same thing with men. Don't go by just a woman's beauty. Granted, you guys are more physical beings. Just don't go by a woman's beauty. Okay? She gonna have to have more than that. She gonna have to be more than just good in bed. Cause I've read some comments about men saying if you a girl could be pretty and all, but if you ain't sexually compatible, your marriage ain't gonna work. Really? That's how you view everything. Really, it's not gonna work because because she's not gonna bed. You can learn that stuff. That's what they have books for. Okay. I've been to Spencer's. There's the cookie Kama Sutra. There's a traditional Kama Sutra. I mean, she could take some yoga classes. She could take some pole dance classes. She could do some burlesque. She can learn how to twerk. All those things can be useful in the bedroom. So that whole sexually compatible thing, I find is complete bullshit. Okay? Okay, because a person who probably had sex, I mean, but truly, you're gonna want more than a woman who's getting paid. You're gonna want a woman who's overall a good mother. Can she take care of kids? Because you're eventually gonna want to procreate. Is all in our nature. You're gonna want to eventually procreate because God said, "Be fruitful and multiply." By being fruitful and multiply means get together, have some babies. That's by multiply. You continuing the human race. Okay, you're gonna need more than just a girl who's pretty. And she could be pretty all day, could be good in bed, but can the bitch cook? Can she cook for the kids? What she gonna feed the kids? SpaghettiOs? Come on, she gotta be able to cook. Why you think, especially in other cultures besides in America, the idea of women were so focused on beauty and trying to look thin and being sexy, and even with Cosmo, because I have a bunch of Cosmo magazines. As all these sex tips, I'm like, okay, at the end of the day, that's nice. If a man wants somebody to be sex, he could go get himself a prostitute. If he wants beauty, he could go look at a fucking stripper. At the end of the day, he's gonna need a woman who can be an overall good mother. Granted, being good at sex and stuff and pretty, that's a bonus. But can you raise kids? Can you cook? Can you keep a house clean? Simple things. I'm saying you still be the traditional 1950s mama. And you could also have a career. You know what I'm saying? You can't do both. It's just called being a balance. Same thing with men. Granted, some women want a man that look like Chris Hemsworth or Taylor Lautner. You're not always going to get the Taylor Lautner and the Chris Hemsworth. You're not always going to get it. You're not always going to get the Scarlett Johansson and the Kim Kardashian. That's not going to happen. Let's be realistic, okay? I'm going to talk more on this subject in another video, but I'm getting back to Rain. But that's overall what I was talking about. I'm just trying to tie it into the show, trying to make it more understanding. It's, because within the show, we have the issue of Queen Mary, and especially in this episode, it's Queen Mary versus Olivia. Olivia, what she learned from Bash, it was his first, which we know most likely is not true, given the fact that he's a prince, the font of France. Come on. So Olivia tells Francis, "I want to be your official mistress." I'm like, oh snap! It's about to go down. It's about to go down. It's about to get serious. And Mary, she's getting upset, like, I want her to go away. And when Francis tell her what he told her, I was like, oh, there you go. I was waiting for that to come in, because he tells her that I'm not sending her nowhere. He's like, this is because the fact that Mary wants Olivia to go away because she's kind of pissed off that this girl is here. Well, she does have every right to be, because Francis is her betrothed. But Francis, like, for one, this is my house, because we're in France. This is my house. I don't have to send her away. I don't have to listen to. He pretty much telling Mary that I don't have to listen to you. And Mary I'm like, I'm gonna be your queen. He's like, yes, you will soon be my queen, but at the end of the day, I am the king, and what I say goes. And I'm like, oh snap. Oh snap! But that is true though. At the end of the day, yes, Queen Mary is his wife, but at the end of the day, he can sleep with as many women as he wants to and not have anybody say any damn thing about it. Queen Mary go out and lose her virginity to somebody else. All hell gonna break freaking loose. She is gonna get the throne so quickly it's not even gonna be freaking funny. She could lose her title. That's how serious it is for Mary to not go on and be kissing Patrick. For one, it didn't help that she was drinking either and being all sorry. Because when women, they tend to drink and you get all emotional, because you're pissed off, and then it doesn't help you drinking. Alcohol already lowers your inhibition. So she's sitting up pissed off that Olivia is here. Francis does not want to send her away. The queen already freaking doesn't like her. She knows this already. And, she's drinking and she kiss Bash, and now Bash falls in love with her. And I'm like, oh my god, this is not going to be good. I can't wait for the next episode. So anyway, within more of the episode, we have, Ailey is caught stealing by Queen Catherine, and the queen blackmails Ailey into letting her read Mary's letters before they're posted. She giving her a whole sad story talking about when Queen Mary was here when she was younger, we were such close, and I felt like a mother, and I had to send her away because her life was being threatened. Giving her a whole freaking sad story. I'm like, bitch, you don't need to read that girl letters. Mary is aware of this arrangement as she has deliberately planted Ailey as a spy for Catherine. Pagans are practicing human sacrifice to appease a creature in the woods, and one of the pagan warns Bash that there will be consequences for removing one of the victims before the ritual is complete. Now, given the fact that I'm trying to guess what celebration they are in, because they talked about a harvest. So I'm like, okay, harvest, harvest, harvest. How many Wiccan holidays are there with harvest in it? I know Samhain, All Hallows Eve, aka Halloween, that's supposed to be a harvest, and I think there's another one. I can't think of it right now. I'm about to look at my list. Yeah, so you got the pagan, we got we got the fear of the Druids, the pagans, the heretics, the non-Christian people, which is punishable by death. That people are scared to go to the woods, and they sound like a creature in the woods. So I'm like, what creature in the wood? What is it? A satyr? What is it? Is it a god? What, like who? Like I want to know who the creature is. Now I'm curious. Like who the hell is the creature is? And then Mary learns that Kenna is having an affair with Henry and advises her to end it. Kenna refuses, claiming that Henry is planning to make her official mistress. I'm like, oh, you poor girl. It was, and the sad thing is with girls like Kenna, is just like, because at this time frame, a man, if the king could have his wife and he could have an official mistress, everybody else. But the thing is, if he does not make her his official mistress and he sleeps with her, her reputation is thereby ruined because nobody wants somebody sloppy seconds. Sadly, and that's how a lot of people feel. Who wants a woman that somebody has already had? You don't want that. I mean, at the end of the day, no man at this time frame is going to want her. She has already been used. Her honor has been destroyed. No man is going to want to marry her. That and Mary is trying to tell about this. Like no, like come on, seriously, think about it. You thinking you in love when you're not. His man is a king. He could sleep with anybody he freaking wants to. Your reputation would therefore be ruined. It's like these girls. It's like, and she's young too. It's like, oh, the young and naive stupidity of being so fucking young. It's like ridiculous. Oh, but that episode, whew, boy, I tell you, the dynamics and the social politics and relationships of this time frame, some of the stuff has not really changed from today. It's seriously not. It's like a lot of people think because it's 2013, women is more independent. At the end of the day, certain things, especially in terms of behaviors of men and women in 2013, has not changed from 1557. People, it really hasn't changed. It has not changed. It has not changed. It really hasn't. It really hasn't changed. We'll probably talk about it in a whole new video, but it hasn't changed. Anyway, that was episode 5 of Reign, Chill in the Air. Next episode is titled Chosen. And I will see you guys next Thursday for the reign of Queen Mary. Comment, rate, subscribe. Bye.